All right, all right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy, the coach. You're live on the coach's show. You're live right now. Look, this person truly needs no introduction. This is a pioneer in women's wrestling. Pioneer, okay? I'm talking about trailblazer. Trailblazer. I mean, she paved the way for all these people you see on TV. She was doing it big before the Alicia Foxes, before the Naomis, before look, she was doing look, they doing stuff that she invented like 20 years ago. These people doing it. I got none other. Jazz fighting Phenom. The fighting
What's
Phenom.
up? Thank you, thank you.
Yes, the current undefeated, well, the current WWE WWF champion.
Yes, technically, I never lost the title, so
That's exactly why I said it.
yeah,
So,
technically, I'm undefeated in quite a few titles there. NWA, I never lost that one either.
uh, yeah, okay. So I want to ask you about that too. How do you feel about like the National Wrestling Alliance, like actually re-emerging and making themselves like
Well, I
available?
mean, when I was a part of them, it was just still just another history making moment for me. Just being a woman of color and to carry that title. I mean, it meant to me just as much as the WWE's title. I really don't try to get involved with all the politics side of things, and I know the company had to go through some changes of ownership during the time that I was carrying the belt, but it was all good with me. The only reason I wasn't able to continue on with the title was because of health issues. So I decided to, that my health was more important than any title. So that's why I had to give it back to him.
Wow. So like that took a lot for you. I mean, like how I mean, you know how people go through withdrawal when they got to stop eating sugar. Like,
Yeah.
how long was your withdrawal when you had to give that championship belt back?
Man, but you know what? Honestly, I've been fortunate enough to where in the last probably since I've been away from WWE, I've always taken a year or two off just to let my body heal and to get my mind right. I try not to get so deeply involved, with everything going on in the business. So I'll take me a year or two off and I'll come back, dominate for a little while, and I'll take another year off, come back. So that's how I've been doing it for the last probably 15 years.
Wow. And
So yeah, it's nothing for me to take some time off. It's
and see,
nothing.
and that time is necessary, right? I mean, you have to take that time off.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, man, I was getting older, so not being on contract, not having to just push myself that hard. It's like, no, when my body tells me it's time to just take a chill pill, I listens to it.
And
Most definitely, I listen.
and this is for all these people that want to say something like, "Oh, well, wrestling is fake." And I used to get mad when people say that because I'm like,
Yeah, I get mad too.
did you just not see her go through the damn table? Excuse me. Did you not see her
Yeah,
go through that damn
I
table?
get mad too, bro. I really do.
Like,
Because 9 times out of 10, you take one of every 10 person will fall getting into the ring because they can't get between the ropes.
so wait. So you've actually seen somebody try to get in through the ropes and then they fall.
Oh, many times, yeah.
Oh
They
man.
don't know how to get in, yes. So everybody talking about is fake, and that just to show you how narrow-minded this world is right now because everything is a work. Everything is, fixed. NBA, the NFL, UFC,
Hmm.
boxing. I mean, all the sports. It's a money thing. It's about money.
It's all about money.
Monopoly. Yeah, it's monopoly. So if they can't see it, then hey, that's on them.
Yeah, you try to explain that to people though. Ignorant people don't. It, like just like the ignorant person can't see how great you are, or that you were actually truly a wrestler. Like you wrestled. You wasn't there. You wasn't there just trying to be pretty.
No, no tits and ass on. No, not in my direction. No, no tits and ass.
So how did
No
you
tits
ever,
and ass.
Miss Jazz? How did you ever get started? Like how did you start wrestling? Like what led you here?
Growing up in Memphis, I grew up watching wrestling all my life. Was a huge fan, but that still had nothing to do with me wanting to pursue it. I actually was approached by a good friend of mine from high school that told me he was going to wrestle and I ought to come over there with him. I was like, bro, I'm not going to make a fool of myself. Just really wasn't smart to the business at all. I had no clue. Then I was still a fan. But anyway, I went over there to Arkansas with Don Bass and trained with him for a day and banged my head a few times and was like, nah, that ain't for me. So then I got with another group of guys and I was like, I'll be a manager or slash valet.
Hmm.
So I did that and bumped into a promoter in Louisiana that told me Junkyard Dog had a school out there. So hey, I jumped on the bandwagon. I moved to Louisiana and started training on the Junkyard Dog. And shortly after that, he had things he had to take care of, so he moved on. And a gentleman by the name of Rugged Rod Price came in town. He told me if I wanted to make money in this business, I need to wrestle. So that's what I did. Train with him for about 6, 8 months. He had left and gotten a job with ECW. Told my husband and I that ECW was going to be in Louisiana doing a loop in Louisiana this one particular weekend, and we ought to come and do a tryout. And basically, that's what I did. After 8 months of training underneath him, when I did my trial with ECW, and the rest is history.
Now, speaking of your husband, how did you and how did you and Rodney Mack meet? See, that's what I've always wondered that.
We actually met in wrestling. We was both started out with Junkyard Dog, and we just became good friends. We both were chasing that same dream. We had the same goals, and we were just good friends. He the one who actually introduced me to the gym. Got me working out. I was already athletic and pretty decent shape, but I had never really lift weights. But yes, hooked up with him, started working out, and just got even more hungry for it, and it just turned into a relationship after a while.
Yeah, y'all married, 2 kids later, you know, and y'all.
Yes, we'll be celebrating our. Oh my God, it'll be 23 or 24 years in February of 2021
I'm gonna tell you,
of marriage.
my first time seeing, well, the first time I ever saw you, I saw you I saw you kick somebody, and I almost thought you kicked the girl's stomach out. Yeah, and it was like, I'm like, damn, who is this? And I was still in college. I'm like, who the hell is this? Who is this one? Like, who is this
Yeah,
woman? Like, and me and my roommate, I never forget. He was like, whoa, who is? He was like, man, you know, they finally got somebody black kicking somebody ass on TV.
yeah,
So that's what So
yeah,
we were excited. We were excited about that.
yeah.
And then,
And the
oh,
funny
go ahead.
thing about all that is,
Yeah,
it's like, and I was basically just being me. I never had to work on character development or anything. It was just like I just went out there and just found myself and just turned it on.
wow. Well, you turned it on good because I was hooked in. I was a fan then,
Yeah.
and it's like years later, I would never think I'd actually be talking to you, like, because all your move sets, you know, we were looking at that. We were like, man, like she actually, she picking people up. She performing slams, better than some of the guys are doing it. Like technically,
Yeah.
because I was always like a tech. I'm a former boxer, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all about. I'm a technician. I'm
yeah.
a firm believer in being a technician. Yes,
But
yes.
how did you? I mean, were you just like a really quick study to get those moves?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, it was just meant to be. I just found the right place at the right time. Like wrestling was my calling, and I had no clue as a little girl growing up. Like I said, I was always into sports. I did track, basketball, softball. I mean, I did it all, and I always was the MVP, no matter what sport I participated in. So it's just God's gift. God just blessed me.
But Jazz, I even see. Look, I've seen you do a fisherman suplex, and I'm like, that's that, and I seen, and I think in one of your later matches, You were still doing a fisherman suplex.
Yeah,
Like
that's my shit. The fisherman,
the
yeah.
fisherman. Hey, so let me ask you: did Victoria, the bitch clap, was her widow's peak? Because it looked so much like the bitch clap, that widow's peak.
No, it's totally different. The bitch clamp was all me. That's all power right there, lifting them up. That's a shoulder press right there. But the widow's peak, when you get them up almost like for a power bomb, but you bridge them up over your shoulder, they rotate all the way over, and she grabs your chin and she drops down on her ass.
See, I thought you gave us some pointers on how to do that move.
No, no, I had nothing to do with that. No, because see, and there's another thing. I was very simple. All my moves very simple. I did a leg drop, drop an elbow. I did simple shit, but I made it look very impactful. You ain't never see me doing flips and all that. No, I didn't want anybody to be a part of as we say, I didn't want anybody to help me do anything that I was trying to do to them. So if I'm gonna do anything to you, it's all me.
But the fisherman suplex, come on, that's complex.
Hey, that's the nature of the business. The business is complex.
I mean,
Wrestling is complex.
yeah, and I appreciate it because I saw so many like other wrestlers I grew up watching, and then you one of the first matches I saw you do, you did a damn fisherman suplex. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
oh, she good. Now it's a live stream too. I forgot to tell you, it's a live stream, so people
Okay.
they're gonna ask you questions in real time, and you got some
All
people
right.
now. You got one person, Robert Henry. He says, "Greetings, Jazz." Um, Reggie the Tree wants to know, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Oh, that's a good question.
Growing up, oh man, wow. I loved. I used to love to see Tito Santana come out. I love the Armstrongs.
Oh yeah,
I was fans of those guys. I
right.
admired Ric Flair, but I hated him too. He was cool. I wish my dad was like him, but I hated him.
Oh no! Why you hate the
you
Nature
know,
Boy? Come on, that's Rick. Woo, Fat
I
Boy.
know, but I mean, he was so dirty. Just in the ring, you hated him, but with his promos, you couldn't help but to love him.
Yeah, like he would.
Limousine riding, jet flying, with his Rolex and his diamonds, his mink coat. I mean, who wouldn't love that?
What do you think would happen to Ric Flair today if because he would look into the crowd and call somebody, "Hey, Fat Boy," like he would call him. Like, what do you think would happen to him today if he were to do that? Look into a crowd and start pointing out.
I don't know. I mean, because the world is so different now. I think about a lot of things that I've seen in this business. Like, would it even work today? From being in ECW and the Dudley Boys, the things they used to say in the ring to the fans. It's like I think that would be a lawsuit today. But just the world has gotten really soft now.
Yeah. Well, and also too, I see your advertisement for your gym. You guys have it, and I'm actually gonna
Wrestling school, yes,
I'm gonna flash it across the screen and look.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it's funny. You and your husband, and guys, y'all got to read this. It's gonna show. Here it is. It goes, "Come on down to the pound and hang with the big dogs, or stay your punk ass on the porch."
That's my husband. I'm sure there's probably a different flyer than that one. I hope you have a recent one.
Okay, yeah, I do. I have this one right here, and I'm gonna put this up on the screen. It says, actually, it's a camp that you're doing.
Yes, yes, I have a camp coming up, a
Okay,
2-day camp.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Friday, November the 20th. Okay, Saturday,
Twenty
November the
first,
21st.
22nd, 21st, 22nd.
Now I'm looking at this, and it says it's 11 a.m. through, so that means, hey, look, she trying to
Until we got enough.
until y'all got enough. But y'all can, man, look, the camp fee is only $100. All you people
Yes.
living in Texas, okay? Listen, I know it's a couple of y'all over there. I know y'all, some of y'all Booker T fans in Texas. Y'all come show her some love, and come to her camp, okay?
Yeah.
And don't worry, I'll flash it on the screen throughout this whole podcast, okay?
All right. Cool deal.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
But I was
Yeah.
laughing. I was laughing at the first one because,
Yeah.
it's almost like that's you and his personality. Like, look, if you don't want to
Yes,
work
it
hard,
is.
keep your ass at
It
home.
is. And you have to know us to be like, Yeah, that's just Mac and Jazz. That's just how they are. Yeah.
So now the responses to this, like, have you been getting a lot of responses, to this camp and then the school, the dog pound?
Yeah. We have, and believe it or not, we just started this probably not even 6 months. So we're still, it's still starting up, but we got a lot of things, just turning around and looking real good for us. We're teaming up, Thunder Rosa. You've heard of Thunder Rosa, right?
No, no, you got to educate me. You
Really?
got to
Thunder
educate me.
Rosa was the current NWA Women's World Champion here up until like 2 weeks ago. Yes, Thunder Rosa.
Oh man,
She went to AEW. She defended her title on AEW a couple of times. She worked against Eva Lee's. Oh my God, in AEW. She was on Lucha Underground as I think she had a different gimmick on Lucha Underground. She was Cobra.
Cobra. Okay, okay.
She was
I,
underneath the mask. She wore a hood. Yes.
See, I know who
Yeah, but
Tia
she's been
Valkyrie
around,
is.
for a little while. But anyway, she has an all women promotion
Hmm.
here in Texas. And her and I are linking up, and she's joining, putting her promotion, allowing the dog pound to be the training facility for her promotion as well.
Wow. You know
So
what?
yeah, we're doing big things out here. Work with another company, SWE. They're on TV. They're on CW. We're on Fight Network. We're on Title Match. Like we got a lot of things staring up for us. It's looking good, my brother. Can't wait to 2021.
I'm glad. I'm glad it's looking up for you. Hey, real quick, you got a new fan. Where you got a dozen fans, but you got a new one. His name is J Dog FBA. But that sounds like a wrestling name, don't it?
Yeah,
He said only because he's a wrestling fan, and he put what 4.99 in a super chat. And usually when people come on, I just give it to them. I just cash app that to them when they get it. So when they pop
yeah.
up, I just give it to whoever I'm interviewing. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know, take it, go get your kids something, or who knows, just do something.
What did he do? What happened? What did
So
he do?
it's a super chat, and so what we do is they when I'm interviewing people, they actually when you're talking about stuff, they send money to you. So and I just give it over to whoever I'm interviewing. It don't it's not like a whole bunch. I'm sorry, it's not like a whole bunch, but
Yeah,
I just give it to whoever I'm interviewing because yeah, it's the right thing to do.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And
and
so, what you have your cash app up there or something? Like, how do y'all do that?
I keep a cash app, but I didn't put it on. I didn't. It's not on this screen because I don't. It's
Yeah,
not about that, because I wanted the
yeah.
interview is about you. It's not about
Okay,
cash app, but it's a YouTube super chat, and so what I do,
okay. I got you.
and it's like a little thing on the computer screen, and I just give it to whoever I'm interviewing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes it can add up, sometimes it won't, but I just give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Good.
you got some questions, and see, I set it up like this because I like for people to ask questions in real time because sometimes you may not get to talk to people and they can ask you these questions. Like, so, okay, this question comes from Reggie the Tree. He said, who is the best wrestler you have ever wrestled in the ring? Well, she got to think.
Wow. Yeah, I have to think because I mean, I've been around a couple different eras. So if you want to go to the Attitude Era,
Boy, the attitude era.
um,
That was the best.
um, I mean, I made my money with Trish Stratus. Trish and I, we did our thing, back in the Attitude Era. But far as wow, that's a hard one because there's so many great ones. I mean, these girls, they're phenomenal. Mercedes, she's with NXT now. I worked her a
Mercedes
few times.
Martinez.
I've been knowing her since she was, 19, 20 years old, and look at her now. It's just it's so many. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. I mean, I've been around for a while. I've worked a lot of girls.
You don't work the whole lot. But Trish
I
Stratus,
don't work a
she
I
can
don't work
take.
a whole lot of girls.
Trish Stratus can take an ass whooping. God
Yes,
almighty.
she can. I give her props for that.
That girl can take an ass
She
whooping.
can take an ass whooping. That
God.
she can. Yes, she can.
Sometimes I used to feel bad for her sometimes because like you beat her up and then them damn Dudley boys, I think she got put through a table And then
Yeah, I did too.
yeah. Now how did you feel? Cause yeah, the Dudley boy he put you through that table. I mean, and you gotta tell everybody what happened like physically, health wise.
Well, this is what was going on. This is the truth. This is what was going on with that. Prior to me going through the table, I was wrestling probably 2 months with a torn ACL, and I wasn't telling anyone. And I would just go to the trainer's room and get it taped up really well, you know. And finally, we were over there in Europe, and it just completely went out on me in the middle of the ring. Of course, I finished my match,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we got back to the states. They had set me up with an appointment to go see the doctor, had made my appointment for my surgery. All that was set up. So I guess they got in a meeting and were like, okay, well, we got to get this belt off of Jazz. So lo and behold, I'm sitting home. My appointment's already set for the following week, but they need to get the title off me. So they call me like, well, Jazz, we need you to come in for TV, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that. You know, it's like, but we want to put you through a table. Well, what do you think about that? I'm like, well, do I have a choice of what I does my opinion matters, or that's what y'all want to do and that's what you're gonna do? So lo and behold, I went through the table with a torn ACL, already set up for surgery the following week to go have my ACL repaired. So
So they just had
the
the
shit they
mindset.
go through, bro.
Did they just have the mindset? Oh well, hell, no matter. She's just gonna get surgery anyway, so might as well.
Take her out. Take her out.
Dang. So you mean so Vince McMahon looked at you and said, yeah, damn, I'm Vince McMahon, damn it, just go through the table.
I don't know who it was, but anyway, whoever was involved in the meeting, that's what they came up with to take me out to go through the damn table.
God,
But
dog.
the table was fine, you know, it was okay. I just wasn't, you know, too fond of it, you know, but that's the thing, you know, a lot of people, you know, they don't, a lot of young women and men now who's trying to pursue this and trying to get to that platform, they're not understanding that once you get there, these people, they own you. You know, you could say no, but your no may end up making you be home for the rest of your life. You know?
Wow, wow. And see, this is stuff people don't really know about the business.
Yeah.
They don't know about the
Yeah.
business. They think it's just what they see on TV and it's glamour and glitter.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it.
Wow.
It's a
So
lot more to it. I mean, it's the travel, you still gotta, you know, go to the gym. I mean, you're technically living out of your suitcase for over 300, probably 40 days a year.
and you're only home about 30 days in a year. Wow. And then they call you and call you and call you. So
Yeah.
so I guess for you and Rodney though, it kind of worked out because y'all kind of got to be together. Whereas if
Yes,
he was a
we
stay at
did.
home
You know,
husband,
there were times that we weren't. You know, again, like when I was home injured, he was on the road. When he was home injured, I was on the road. So you know, you just gotta, you most definitely have to keep God in your life and just stay focused because it can most definitely turn your world around. But now you see how different it is now. Everybody up there's married, but that's best because if not, you would not have a home life. You can't
yeah,
have a home life on the road that much. So it's best you marry somebody that's there with you and you travel with them.
wouldn't be no
It works
balance.
out better. Yeah, exactly.
Gotta have balance.
Because those marriages don't last. You go back to Ric Flair. This is Ric Flair's what, fifth wife, maybe
Yeah,
sixth. I don't know. You know, and counting.
yeah. Hey, my high school was about 5 minutes from Ric Flair house in Charlotte. Where I used to live at
Yeah,
my high school, and we used to see him. We used to see, and it was kind of crazy because he was almost literally the same person that he was on TV, and
yeah,
that
yeah.
used to blow my mind because I thought that maybe that they would like have a different persona. Nah, he was because he was fussing at his daughter Ashley.
No.
He was fussing at Ashley. Ashley, I said sit down in the seat when I'm. You look at me when I'm talking to you, Ashley. I'm like, what? I said, damn. Is he really Rick?
Yeah,
What? I felt like he was cutting a promo.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a question from Mr. Joe Johnson. He said,
Hello.
"Jazz, how was it like going? Wait a minute. Okay, let me rephrase it. He said, okay, how was it? What was it like going from ECW to the WWE?
It was a big difference. I mean, the transition was totally different because in ECW I wrestle mostly men. So I go from wrestling men to wrestling Trish Stratus.
Hmm.
So
You a killer,
it
huh?
was, yeah, it was a slight difference. I couldn't most definitely because with the men, I had to really bring it to the men. I couldn't, hold back at all in the ring with the guys in ECW. But the time I spent in ECW prepared me for WWE. It helped me evolve into the person that y'all saw on WWE.
Mm.
It was just I was able to just to go out there and just not give a damn in ECW. Just bring all I got. And so in WWE, hey, I just turned the switch a little bit to the right, but had to pull back just a little bit. But still, I was able to come out, out the gate, just shit kicking ass.
And you ain't
It's
take no
like
names.
I don't think they could have changed that with me. They couldn't have said, Jazz, well, we don't want you to, and we don't want you to do this, and we don't want you to do that, and we don't need you to do this. I don't think it would have worked if they would have tried that with me. Again, no one ever told me how to go out there and portray my character. I was able to just go out there and just be who I was. I was free to become and develop into the person that I am.
Who was gonna tell you no?
Well, I mean, hey, shit, yeah, they can tell but I was just blessed that they did. And same with my husband. No one ever had to, help us develop character.
Mm.
It was just we just went out there and just found it ourselves, and that's a lot of things that a lot of talent they have trouble doing. They can wrestle, but they can't get over. They can't find that certain persona that'll make them superstar status. Anybody can go out there and wrestle, but to be a superstar, that is different. It's a big difference. Superstar and wrestler.
Mm.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. Now you got a comment. This gonna tie into what you just got through saying. Robert
Okay.
Henry, the poet, he said, "Coach, we need Jazz to teach these WMMA fighters how to teach them how to get into big matches and more money, and charge them for your service." But it's true.
MMA.
He said you need to teach them, actually how to teach them how to get big fights, because because of your persona and because of your charisma, you
Yeah.
you 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 went to the pinnacle of wrestling, and you were the champion. And then I
Yeah.
think NWA, you were undefeated for over 900 days. But
Yeah.
it's because of your ability, but also your charisma. And see, we do MMA around here, and a lot of the female MMA fighters, they don't have the charisma, so they're always wondering why they can't get the
Yeah,
opportunities.
but you got to still be able to entertain. You still have to be able to entertain. That's why you love the Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. People talk shit like, "Oh, those guys are cocky," but nobody wants a boring ass champion. You know, um what was that guy name that was from England? What was his name? Heavyweight champion from England.
You talking about
Um
Tyson Fury,
no, 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 no.
Joe
No, it's another
Calzaghe?
black guy.
Oh,
Dreads.
okay, black dude. Oh, with dreads. Oh, you talking about Lewis? Yeah,
Yeah, like people
Lennox
like
Lewis.
that, they're boring. Lennox Lewis,
Lennox
like
Lewis.
we like shit talkers. That's why we like Ric Flair. It's just that's just how it is. We want to be entertained. We want somebody to talk shit, and that's just how it is.
Shoot, Ric
I
Flair
know
used.
black people. We like people to talk shit.
We sure do. Ric Flair used to be telling them dudes, "I'm finna take your girlfriend home tonight, and I'm finna make a woman out of her."
Yeah, exactly. We like shit talk. That's what we call it in the kitchen. We like shit talkers.
Okay, you got a question here from Donovan Jackson. He said, "How fun is it working with Teddy Long, Theodore?"
Man, TL is the man. Just let me say this. Once again, I made history with TL. I was the only woman that Teddy Long ever managed.
What? Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Nah. Come on. I've been watching Teddy Long
I'm
for
the
over.
only woman and the only woman of color that TL has ever managed in his history of professional wrestling.
Wow. I ain't
He
know that.
never managed another woman.
I was watching Teddy
Yep.
Long when he was a referee, and I ain't.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my
So shit. Me being a part of TL, what? Boy, we
man.
was thugging and bugging for real. That's why they couldn't handle it.
They need thugging and bugging. They need that thug. They need it now. They need. I'm gonna tell you. They need y'all. It's look. They talented. Trust me. The women they talented. They real talented. I feel like they don't have no charisma. They just. It's
Yeah,
like it's
they
not
don't.
there. It's like
Because they're going off too much script. You know what I mean? But you still
yeah.
got to be able to. It's just like every actor you see in the movie. They still put a little bit of themselves in that to make that character larger than life. Denzel Washington. Nobody tell him to lift his hand up by his head when he's talking or move his mouth. Those are things you have to just find yourself and figure out. You got to feel it.
Wow. Dang. Okay, you got another
And I'm
question.
working with that on the girls I train. I most definitely that's I have to teach them to try to feel those moments. Those are the time. That's how you're gonna get over. You
Yeah.
have to recognize those moments, that pause when it's time. If it's just putting your hands up like this or pat yourself on the back, anything you got to remember. You got to do something to get yourself over.
Wow. Okay. You have a question from Robert Henry, the poet. Well,
Right.
I think him and J Dog. I think you got these two. Anytime you got dudes just giving money, putting it in there. Look, you know already made fans. You know if they giving money, they fans. They there.
Yeah,
They
for
got
real.
your back. He said, should fighters be able to use social media in the WWE?
Yeah, that's the way of life now. Yeah, social media is everybody's way of getting over. you know, if if Cardi B didn't have social media, would Cardi B Cardi B? It's like I think everybody's yeah. Social media is just that's the way it is now. But back then we didn't have social media. I think when I left WWE, that's when MySpace was coming out. Like
And we was all scared to get that because our
but
kids
I
had it.
still, you know what? I'm still not on Instagram. I have a fan that runs a fan page on Instagram for me, and then I have one personally, but I'm never on it. Like I don't do Instagram. I do Facebook and Twitter, and I'm still not on Twitter every day. But but I love Twitter way more than I love Instagram.
Wow.
I don't get Instagram. It's nothing but pictures. I'm like,
Yeah.
what you see now, this is how I look every day. I ain't got time to get up and put makeup on every day and take selfies. I just that's not me.
You don't need makeup.
I got a real life.
You
I
don't
got
need
a real life. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I got a real
you don't
life.
need no makeup. Look, you ain't aged in 20 years. You ain't aged in 20 years in the
Man,
face.
look,
You might as well go ahead.
I
You
just
don't need no
turned
makeup.
48.
See?
I just
See?
turned 48 in August.
I'd have never thought that. I would have honestly never have thought
That's
that.
that. That's that cocoa butter all my life, I guess.
Yeah, I guess your mama had you putting using cocoa butter before you went to school in the morning. Put that cocoa
Yeah,
butter on
that
your face.
cocoa butter. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, George Page, he said, oh, no, I'm sorry. No, it was Reggie the Tree. All right, he said, how was it like being around New Jack and The Rock?
Well, I probably had more time around New Jack than I did The Rock. Well, when I tell you the difference, though, New Jack was nah, that's just a damn fool. New Jack. What you see is what you get with New Jack. But he him and I were really cool. He was like just a big brother. To me, if Rodney wasn't there, New Jack most definitely had my back. If nobody ever got out of pocket with me, I'll say that. First they knew my husband, And then if Rodney wasn't there, New Jack wasn't gonna let anybody, mess with me. So New Jack was, New Jack, crazy as hell, but just a good person still. Now The Rock, I know The Rock, but I don't know The Rock because when you in that company, you see people in passing. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? We're teammates, but everybody got their own thing they got to do. The Rock's over there in his corner somewhere taking care of his business, what he got to do for TV for Monday night. And I'm somewhere over on the other end of the building trying to take care of what I got to do for TV on Monday night. So it's like you see each other in passing. You don't really, you know them, but you don't know them. Because everybody, when you're there, look, it's business. You ain't got time that you may be able to get one joke in catering while you're trying to eat your good meal. But after that, it's balls to the walls, baby. We got to get our mind right. We got to see what's going on, what we got to do. How am I going to get over it tonight?
Yeah, but I know you
Yeah.
had to listen to some of them concerts he used to do. Remember he used to do them rock concerts and
Yeah, but again, I'm in the back. I'm in the back stretching for my neck. I'm like, fuck, is he done yet? Is he done yet? I ain't have time to pay attention to it because again, I'm back there stretching, warming up, getting my mind right, getting in my zone for when I go out there. I
yeah.
couldn't pay attention to everybody else. I had to stay focused on what I had to do.
Yeah. Okay. New fan, Big Joe Johnson. He said, "What was it like going to WrestleMania 19?"
Why everybody talk about 19? Talk about 18.
Okay.
Again, another history making moment. Went in as the champ, walked out as the champ, and still,
Yeah, you still the
ha
champ.
ha,
You still the champ right now.
yes, WrestleMania 18 is probably, that's my most memorable moment of my WWE time.
Okay. All right. So she not talking about 19, but she gave you
Well, I
18.
mean,
She
you know
gave you
what?
18.
I'm happy to be a part of any mania because that's still the grandest stage of them all.
That's the Super Bowl.
If you're on there, yeah, that's a Super Bowl. So shit, I still made it. I'm good. Yeah.
Oh man. So
If I was chosen to be on that roster for Mania, I mean, I was doing something damn good.
man, yeah, yeah. They couldn't really deny your talent. They couldn't. And the way you
Yeah.
executed the moves, like you said, I agree. Like you made like a face buster. I'm sitting here like, okay, it's a face buster. No, that wasn't a face buster. I'm sitting here thinking, man, she finna break the ring with that darn face buster, man.
Yeah.
You made that darn face
Exactly.
buster look like, wait a minute,
Exactly. Yeah.
she put this girl face in the canvas. It
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think there's no other female. I don't think there's a lot of men that can't do a face buster better than you could. That's just what it is. That's just what it
Yeah.
is. You know.
Man, I worked at all that too. That's not nothing that I just went out there and made it happen. Like I trained and I tried to perfect everything I did. I worked towards perfection. Oh yes. I just wanted to be the best, Little country girl from Memphis, Tennessee, Mississippi. Hey, I made it and I was trying to make damn sure, I was gonna stay. They was gonna remember my name. You gonna remember my name.
We remember your name because you used to hand out some legendary ass whoopings. I'm telling my boy,
Yeah.
them whoopings was legendary. Oh, okay. So thank you, Tay Tay Brown. Okay, she wanted her comment to be seen. She said, "Do no, okay. Who is your favorite female wrestler in the '80s era?"
I love Miss Texas slash Jacqueline. She's
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, go, yeah,
yeah,
Jackie. Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
yeah, Jacqueline. From the 80s. Oh wow.
Jackie was a straight
I guess I
savage.
have to say, Medusa and Randy Richter.
Mm, okay.
Those were the only ladies that were seen. During that time. Of course, I mean, you love to hate Moolah. You
The
know,
great Moolah.
yeah, you love to hate her. So yes,
Man, you look. You mentioned Jacqueline Moore. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I saw Jackie, I saw her beat this dude up named Hardbody Harrison. I don't know if you remember that match. She beat him up and tossed him in a swimming pool. Did you see that? Did you see that match?
No, no. If I go back and watch it, I'd probably remember it. But no, just off the top of my head, no, I don't.
I'm talking about she beat the living wheels off this guy. Well, she was with Kevin Sullivan. They
Yes.
had, yeah,
Hmm.
and it was when they were both. It was NWA, the old NWA, and
Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan was fighting Hardbody Harrison, and he played it. He said, "I'm gonna let Jackie take care of you." And man, she went to work on him. I'm talking about, man, she was beating him down, and then she
Yeah.
tossed him in that swimming pool when she was done with him. I think she beat him up for 15 straight minutes. I said, boy, boy, boy,
I
boy,
believe it.
he had to
You
have a
know, I
hard
had
body.
some good matches with Jackie too, man. You know, we always wanted to tag, but they wouldn't let that happen.
Dang, dang. I wish they would have let
Yeah,
y'all
you
tag. I would.
imagine that. Me and
Uh,
Jackie tagging back then. Oh wow.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what would have happened. Y'all right now, people would literally, okay, y'all be like a global icon because first of all,
Yeah.
y'all had a combination of skill sets. Two, both of y'all would get on the microphone, and see, you guys were being yourselves on that microphone. Y'all didn't have to act it. Y'all were just you came out there, you got on that microphone, and people listened. Cause I know when Jackie talked, I was listening. When you talk,
Yeah.
when you say I'm back and I'm black, boy,
Yeah.
I used to be tuned in. I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is somebody look like me, and they doing it. And boy, they couldn't have y'all
Yeah.
be too big. They just couldn't. They couldn't have y'all
Yeah.
be too big. Cause I think they knew where y'all were going. I think they knew it. They just couldn't have it.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna let that happen. That would have been too much.
Man,
That would have been too much. Speaking of Kevin Sullivan, he's now working with us with SWE, the company I tell you that I'm working with, you know, that we're the official training school for. Kevin Sullivan is here with SWE. So I mean we got Kevin Sullivan, we have Teddy Long, we got James Beard. I don't know if you remember James Beard, but he refereed. I mean, he's
yeah,
been
I remember
refereeing
James
for a
Beard.
long time. I mean, the Von Erichs in Japan, WCW, WWF. James Beard been everywhere. So we got a hell of a team with SWE. I'm so excited about that company, and they just inducted me. I was the first Hall of Fame inductee this past Saturday. They gave me a retirement tribute and inducted me into the Hall of Fame this past Saturday. So I'm now, a Hall of Fame inductee for the SWE. You probably ain't heard of SWE yet, but just keep your ears open because we're making noise.
That's okay, but you still, I'm glad they recognize your talent. Like, like and you should already be a Hall of Famer for the WWE. Every organization you've
Yeah,
ever been in, you should be Hall of Fame, based upon. Look, that was 20 years ago. You got people using your move sets. Hell, Jazz. I was trying to, the first WWE games that came out. I was sitting here trying to find you on the game, and I'm like, wait a minute. I can't wait. I can't be Jazz. I can't beat Jacqueline. But you know what? It's funny. They got all your move sets on the game. And I'm like, come on, man. This crazy. This crazy. This every move that
yeah,
you ever did is on this stupid video game. And so I stopped playing. When I figured out I couldn't be you or Jacqueline, I ain't play
yeah.
it. I stopped. I ain't play it.
That's it.
Actually
That's
I
it.
took the damn thing back. This was back in 2007 when they first started doing it. No,
Yeah.
2006. 2006, 2000. I took that game back. I couldn't be y'all. I was
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah, I took it
Dang.
back. I was upset.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man. Because it's you two, you guys, y'all put up with a lot of stuff. Y'all, y'all put people over. You guys were always putting people over, and it'd have just been nice, for them to just keep y'all there,
Yeah.
keep you there. You know, how about people keep putting y'all over? Because man, y'all was working y'all behind off, going through tables. I even, and I knew. I think I knew when one of your last matches that I ever saw, you was fighting against Tia Valkyrie. I think, am I saying her name right? Tia? No, Tiana Valkyrie.
Yeah, yeah, Taya.
Tia Valkyrie. Man,
Talia. Talia. Talia.
Talia. Man, that was a good match. That was a real good match. And then you slammed against the table, and then you did that fisherman suplex. I'm like, man, she still can do these moves. That's
Yeah, and that was around the end of my time. That's when I was like getting ready to hang it up. But everybody keep calling me. I always want me to wrestle. I'm like, oh my god, y'all just give me a break.
they can't deny you.
Like, man, jeez, y'all want me to keep working these young girls? Like, oh my god.
Well, the young girls, they're not you. They're not Jacqueline. They're not other people. I wanted to ask you about somebody. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm sorry, 'cause I could sit and talk wrestling with you all day.
You all right? You all right?
Okay, whatever happened? Whatever happened to Shaniqua or Linda Miles?
I don't know. Last I heard about her, which was over 10 years ago, she was a cop. She was a police officer or something. So I have no idea. Again, that's a young lady that could have been very dominating, in the industry, but she just came in. You have to. It's That's why I love for any and everyone to start on the indies before they just pick somebody up from the street and just bring them into WWE, because you need to go through the process of learning the business. You gotta know what it's like paying your dues. Driving 12, 15 hours to one town to make $50, and then drive back another 12, 15 hours. With barely gas money in your pocket or gas in your car. It's just that's just the life of the road, and I think everybody needs to go through that to learn the business, not so much of struggling and striving trying to get it, but just to learn the business, learn how to deal with different promoters, and how to get yourself over on the indies, because if you can do it on the indies, it shouldn't be a problem when you get to that bigger platform. But Linda came in, she was one of those. It was Tough Enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and they just brought
Linda
those
Miles.
girls in, those guys, and they didn't, just hurry up and try to rush them to train them to do things, and try to get everything in a certain amount of time, and that's kind of impossible. It is. It's very impossible. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to her.
Man, she was
She was a
talented
good
too.
girl. But I don't think this business isn't for everyone. It's not. 'Cause, she was. I always think about her because she used to always say, "Yo, Jazz." She's like, man, like what's up with this? Like, I feel like, man, we're surrounded by the devils. We
Huh?
can't. We work every Sunday. We can't go to church. It's like this is just a devilish place. And if you get sucked in, that's how it can be for you. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
it can be hell on wheels for sure.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm sorry. Joe Johnson said you were on Here Comes the Pain. Okay. I don't know what game that is. Okay. I don't know the game, but I know he's a WWE historian. Like he know everything about the
Yeah.
company. So I don't know. Have you played yourself on this game?
Here comes the pain. I can't play that. You got to hit too many buttons. I can't. No,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not a gamer at all. I can't get into that. No.
That's okay.
You gotta hit too many buttons to move, and drop an elbow and all that. I think I attempted one time, and I threw the remote down. I'm like, no, that no,
I
can't do it.
bet your kids could probably figure that out though.
They probably could, but you know what? My girls, they're not even gamers. They're more into TikTok.
Oh Lord.
we try
Oh
to we try
Lord.
to make our girls we try to make our girls just be kids, just go outside and play. We had a farm up until 2 years ago. So, they was outside. We had horses, goats,
Mm,
ponies, chickens, ducks, turkeys. So that's how my babies grew up.
wow.
They're just now getting a touch of this taste of this city life now here in Texas. But when we were in Louisiana, man, we had a farm.
Now your kids doing are your kids doing a virtual excuse me. Are your kids
Yes, they are.
okay. And so you're
Yeah.
riding not letting them go back to school anytime soon. All right.
No, not this year. No, not this year.
Okay.
No, we're gonna let them finish off at home, and hopefully, next school year, everybody be, things will be better, and we can send them off. I'm ready to send them off. That's for certain. But
Wow.
we just felt it was best to keep them home right now.
Now Are your babies? Are they? Do they wrestle you sometimes? Do you teach them any wrestling moves? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they want to wrestle, of course. So they get in the ring and mess around. Oh yeah, they can. In fact, they put their own matches together.
wait. They choreograph their own matches.
Yes.
You don't help them at all.
No.
Okay,
No.
so now do
No.
they take turns putting each other? Do they take turns putting each other over?
Yeah, they do. They do.
You gotta show. Come on now,
Yeah.
you gotta show some of that one day. You gotta show like some clips
I
of
will.
the.
I
Come on
will.
now, cause the apple can't fall far from the tree. You can't.
Yeah, I know. I was totally against it, and Rodney was like, "Baby, you being a hypocrite. Like, how you gonna tell them not to wrestle, and that's what they've always seen you do?"
Ah,
But I'm like, I just don't want him in this business.
riding
But
through the guilt trip on
if
you.
I feel like if that's what they want to do and want to be trained, why not let mommy and daddy train them?
Wow, God Almighty. Hey, well, yeah, I mean, cause y'all are two of the best to ever do it. Y'all are y'all are
Yeah.
some of the best to ever do it. Y'all know the
And
business in.
Rodney's still wrestling. He still wrestles.
Now, are you trying to talk him out of that, or are you just saying, hey, go do what you do?
I look. I don't try to tell him anything now because I've known him long enough. Like he's not gonna quit until he can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I remember that. I kind of angled with him, and y'all, it was crazy. It was the man Teddy Long. Y'all played that good, and then your husband, he was there, and he, and then what was it? It was an angle. Y'all took an angle like the man
He
was.
did the white. Well, he did the white boy challenge when he had to kill Whitey in 5 minutes.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was some shit, right?
Oh man, yeah, y'all was crazy, but it was people was tuning in.
Yes.
People was tuning in because
Oh yeah.
y'all were. I mean, the ratings. Like,
Yes.
could you imagine if you guys were here today, what y'all ratings would be now?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know when I was there, this come out of Stephanie McMahon's mouth that Trisha and our matches had higher ratings than some of the men matches. So they was going to get popcorn, but they wasn't going to get popcorn during our match.
Nah, they were sitting right there.
Yeah.
But you got to admit though, those matches were kind of intriguing because, okay, so they got you, this athletic, strong, just aggressive type female, and it's that
Yeah.
person in the audience that they want to see if Trish had just a little bit of a chance, even a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because they loved her. Trish was, they loved her, which made my job even much just made it so easy because she was so loved, and yeah, I had so many people tell me all the time, like, God, I hated you. I'm like, well, thank you.
You did your job
I did my job.
because
Thank you.
you was a hell of a heel. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I was the only. I think honestly, I feel that I was the only legit heel that ever worked in that company.
Oh,
Like all the other girls, they go from heel to face, face to heel. They flip flop.
wow,
I never had that opportunity. No, like I was a heel.
man. She was a
Yeah,
heel, y'all. She was a heel. Hey, and she
I
played.
love being a heel. I love it. But I'm a hell of a baby face too. Now I'm a hell of a baby face. But yeah,
Man, I
I'm a heel.
see. I've never seen you as a baby face. I've never seen that. I never caught any episodes. I always seen the ones where you were just straight heel. I don't know.
Yeah, well, for WWE, yeah, I was a heel. But when on the Indies, I was a face.
Wow. So now you live in Texas. Do you are you and Booker T? Are y'all good friends? Are y'all associates? Do y'all keep up with each
Yeah,
other?
yeah. When I used to see Booker T, sometime when I would go down there and wrestle, for his promotion down there, up until a couple of months ago, up until COVID happened, honestly.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, but he's in Houston and I'm in San Antonio, so we're like 3 hours apart.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
what did you think about his match when him and Stone Cold fought in that supermarket? What did you think about that?
I mean, I just love Booker T. You talk about someone's charisma. Booker T, oh my God, he's charismatic to the max.
Man, he is
Like,
good.
I love him. I can sit there and just be entertained by him just sitting there just watching him, I'm entertained, you know. But far as that match goes, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I really don't recall much of it. Honestly, I have to watch it back, and then I could probably elaborate more on it. But
Mm.
I just can't. You know, I can't think of anything that really stands out.
Man, I used to like Booker T.
Yeah,
You
Booker
didn't
T.
say that. You didn't
Yeah,
say that.
yeah, Booker
No.
man is a fool, bro. Like I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
And now he's got a wrestling school, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, well, guys. I don't wanna, sit here and take all of our time. Okay, one more question. Okay, Marcus Bell says, Jazz, what is your most memorable match? Okay.
Mania 18.
Mania 18. That's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, people don't understand. You know, I'm walking out, going to WrestleMania as a champion, and come back as a champion. Like, you know, that's huge.
Man. Yeah, that's
That's
real
huge.
huge.
Yeah, people don't like. I don't think they get that, but like that's huge.
Wow. Man, y'all go back and watch WrestleMania 18 because hey, I've heard her refer to this 3 times now in this whole segment. So hey, you
Yeah.
gotta refer to it. Well,
Hell yeah.
my very last question for you is: in your mind, how do you think the feud with Trish Stratus should have ended?
I don't know because I know I wasn't gonna change anything. If she survived, yay. If not, oh well.
Oh no! Oh man, God
Yeah, I'm
Almighty!
gonna be me regardless. So I don't know. Just whatever they wanted to finish to be, we was gonna do it, but I wasn't gonna change a damn thing.
Wow.
But I will tell you this. If I had to if if I would come out of retirement and have another match in WWE, I would want it to be against Charlotte Flair.
Okay. Woo. Okay, the Nature Boy's daughter. Okay. So so you think that she got the charisma, also that
Yeah.
she can match you
I
and
think her and wow, I think that could main event Mania.
wow. You and Charlotte Flair. Yeah, she do got a little bit of charisma.
Yeah, I like her. She's a worker. She don't do a lot of spots and shit. She's a worker, and so am I.
Yeah, yeah. God, yeah. Well, you were definitely working. I mean, you was putting it in like early. Like I said, these
Yeah.
people doing your moves. When you take and I know you got to. Yeah, we've been over about an hour, boy. I better let you get on out of here. When you take these because I can't. I don't want you to tell your secrets because they got to pay for that. When you when you taking these particular bumps, um, how long does a person have to train in order to learn how to take bumps? Like, like learning how to take a chair shot, learning how to, jump off the top rope.
You
You know,
don't learn to take a chair shot. You just take it. That ain't nothing you train to take.
really?
Either you gonna yeah, you gonna nut up or you go sit down somewhere.
She said, "Nut up, Joe." Hey, she said, "Nut up, Joe Johnson. Don't be nutting up over there."
Yeah, they don't train you. Well, we're gonna have chair shot training today. No,
And see, I
we
didn't know
don't do
that.
that.
See,
No,
wow,
no, they don't practice going through a table. No, you just do
really?
it.
So they don't teach you how to bump so you can.
Not
Wow.
go through no table. No.
Oh man, God. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, y'all heard it from the legend. Y'all heard it from the legend right here. Okay. She said, "Look, it ain't no training for that." But
No.
Jazz, I appreciate you, the champ, because I'm gonna call her the champ. Okay, she never lost her belt officially. She's a WWE, WWF Women's World Champion in wrestling. Look, that's where she is. Okay, we can't take that. Uh,
I'm the last WWE WWF Women's Champion, the first WWE Women's Champion,
wow,
the longest reigning NWA Women's World Champion.
tell it, tell it. Oh man. Well, I do. I want to thank you for all your time. I really want to do it. Thank you for your time, and folks, don't forget. Okay, don't forget. Okay, November the 20th. Okay, and November the 21st, from 11 a.m. until y'all get tired. Okay, at 6909 North Loop, 1604 East State Highway 2037, San Antonio, Texas. Okay, it's a women's wrestling camp with the wrestling legend Jazz. Okay, it's only
Yes, sir.
$100. Y'all learning, y'all learning what multi-million-dollar secrets for $100. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Okay, and also too the Dog Pound Gym. Wow, the Dog Pound Gym. Listen, come on down to the pound, hang out with the big dogs, or stay your punk ass on the porch. Okay, come down to the Dog Pound, and that's at what 8825 New Laredo Highway, San Antonio, Texas. Okay, and classes are every Monday through Wednesday. Okay, and the information is on the screen. If you need to, get up with that, you guys in the Texas area, go check that out.
No, we're not at the Laredo address anymore.
Oh, okay,
It's the we're everything we're doing right now is located at the one with where's my camp is going to be located.
okay, all right. So
Yeah.
okay, all right. So it says State Highway
So yeah, you got an
2037.
old flyer. Yeah, you got an old flyer up.
Okay. See, I was trying to be ahead of the eight. I was trying to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, you got an old one up.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I thought, I'm like, you don't have the new one.
yep. I got it right here on the screen. I got it right here on the screen for everybody so they can see it. Yep,
All
that's
right.
the camp, guys. Don't forget, guys, be a part of that camp. Now, let me ask you: is there any way that people can join that camp? I guess it would make sense to join it virtually, would it?
As of now, no, but yeah, we're gonna start doing some virtual training. We're gonna start. We're just getting everything set up, but yes, we're about to start that as well. In fact, I suppose I've been doing one with Rikishi here about a month ago,
Oh,
but
Rikishi, the
he
dude with
was
the butt.
having issues with his father, and then we was having problems, situations going on within our household with Rodney's father. So just the timing's just never we've never been able to link up and make it happen. But yeah, I'm about to. I think everything's is kind of everybody's doing a lot better now, so we can move along and make that happen.
I can't wait. I can't wait till it happens. Well, definitely when y'all get the new flyers, I'll post them up on this channel, and I do what I can. And hopefully I can talk to you sometime in the future again.
Yes,
I
sir.
would love to talk to you.
Yeah,
Even talk about some matches, some of the current matches. Even like some of the stuff that you and your husband see. I wouldn't mind talking to you and your husband at the same time.
yeah, yeah. He just
Cause,
had to go. He had to go out of town. He had a
cause
show tonight. So,
I swear I
but
really want
yeah,
to
we'll
talk to
try
him.
to for sure make that happen.
Okay,
Oh yeah, we'll
okay.
make that happen.
Well, I got your number and definitely
Yeah,
and we'll figure out a good time. Cause I was hoping like man I hope I at least get to say hey to Rodney or you know.
yeah. No, he left out this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, Jazz, could you do one last thing? It's time to wrap it up. Could you say hey, my name is Jazz and you watching Coach Shelton Harrison?
I sure will. Hold on, my daughter messing with my stuff over here. Get back.
Oh,
Stop.
tell her I said stay in
Okay.
school. Stay in school, young
Yeah,
lady.
stand still, young lady. I would show her, but she got on her. No, she don't look presentable right
Oh,
now.
okay, no,
But
yeah.
all right. So what you want me to say?
Hey, say, my name is Jazz. Matter of fact, my name is Jazz, the champion. You're the first and last champion of the WWE, WWF. You're watching Coach Shelton Harrison.
Coach Shelton Harrison. All right.
Yes, man.
Yo, this is Jazz, the female fighting phenom. I'm the last WWF Women's Champion, the first WWE Women's Champion, the longest reigning first African American World NWA World's Women's Champion. And you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison.
Boy, nailed it on the first try. My God. See, a consummate professional. Man, good on the microphone. Miss Jazz, thank you. I really appreciate the time. God bless you. Bless you and your husband. Bless you and your kids. And
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.